Can't see the mountains.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, it's bad. And it's gonna rain, it's about to
That's
rain.
how
it's
it,
about to
that's how,
rain.
we were in the pool and that's what it felt like. You're like, oh shoot, it's about to
Yeah.
rain.
And you can
The
smell
opposite.
it, right? I can smell it. Even through my, yeah, they said, no, it's no barbecue fire. It's,
We have it here in Syracuse as well.
I bet it's worse up your way.
It's really quite eerie all day today.
Yeah,
Same.
I think we have one more day and it should be out by Friday. Yes, the world's on fire. Alrighty, we're gonna call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. Our first order of business is going to be the annual meeting for the, whatever we call ourselves, the HDFC.
Not the HDFC.
The
Newburgh Community Land Bank.
Oh, it is Newburgh Community Land Bank annual board meeting. Okay.
There's a separate agenda for that.
First, we need to approve the minutes of the 2024 or 2025.
Oh, that's a typo.
Okay. For the 2025
That's a typo.
minutes.
I thought I changed all this.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes from the July 16th, 2025 board meeting. Annual board meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor signify by raising your hand and saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion's carried. Minutes are approved. Okay, board member compliance. Who's been taking their classes?
We have classes. There's, this is where John's expertise comes. You're supposed to take a class when you first start.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask. We don't have to take the APO.
No, I don't think the ABO, but we're supposed to have 4 hours of classwork every year, I think, just like the planning board.
Really?
Everything.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
right.
No,
Is it?
that's not quite correct, but I'm hoping this is not a surprise to anybody. It shouldn't be, but you are all required to do the mandatory ABO training after you're first appointed. And
Right, but not annually. That was my,
correct. You are correct. That's a one and done in theory, but the law does state that you should also continue training to the extent, I don't have the language in front of me, I could look it up, but it's a bit amorphous, but you're supposed to do your best to keep yourself current and aware so that you can do your job as a board. And so you are supposed to be doing something periodically to maintain your, your knowledge of the topics and your ability to function as a board member. And, some boards will organize a group, someone to come in and give a lecture, or you could attend a seminar, or you could do the ABO training again if you were a glutton for punishment, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think most of the board members are already doing that for other positions and other boards.
Yeah. If you are, these are all things that come up in an audit. So to the extent people are doing continuing education, you should document it so you have a record of it. But absolutely document everybody's completion of the ABO training because that's mandatory.
And then there's the financial form that they're supposed to fill out every year.
Disclosure?
Disclosure.
Yeah.
Which I'll send to everyone. They don't have to
but you only have to do one for the city.
Oh, I already did it,
Yes.
so
I was pretty sure you had.
I'm good. Right?
Anyone who's on another city board, probably.
Yeah.
Or Katrina, yeah.
We lost our chair.
Okay.
For the training, I highly recommend a podcast. It has APA credits, so it's not just a listen kind of podcast. So it's out of UCLA, and it's called Housing Voice. It has every topic related to land banks. It's very, very useful. And again, most of them have APA credits, so it's, someone else has determined that it's.
Can I find it on the,
Anywhere you get your podcast, yes.
so it's called, sorry,
UCLA Housing Voice, which is a pun on, of course,
Oh,
housing
okay.
choice vouchers, Housing Voice.
Thank you.
Alrighty. My papers, true. There, okay. Officer appointments. As you know, last year it was me, Ally, Andrew, and Andre, and Andrew, because he wasn't here, got to be treasurer.
Can we do it again?
I think so. Andre, do you mind being secretary?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay,
We need a motion?
yes. Make a motion to nominate Lisa Bailey for chair, Alexander Church for vice chair, Andrew Shriver for treasurer, and Andre Niles for secretary.
So moved?
You have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Motion is carried. We have our new slate for one more year. Thank you very much for those of you who were present. Okay, we have to start meeting with, well, we have to get some more people here on a regular basis. There's no sense of meeting committees when we have one or two people on a committee. So that's something else we need to talk about. We come up with anything to present to the city council or to the attorneys about?
Not the end.
Yeah, there's, no, that's something else.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I didn't think so.
No, but this, we have to do the, committee appointments.
I know, but I'm saying we have so few people.
But if these are mandatory committees, we have to have.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't, they can meet, I mean, I don't think it matters that there's only 3 people on them.
Well, Andrew's gonna be on finance and audits, so that takes care of him.
Happy to be on governance and planning.
yeah, I'm happy with my 2. Finance and planning.
Carter is governance and planning.
We have, these are from last year.
There we go. Okay. Jeffrey Werner, he's been, we haven't seen him much. Okay, Dion.
But there's 4 on finance.
Yeah.
If we reappoint him.
I think are people comfortable with the reappointments as is?
sure.
Okay, so for, anybody would like to, I'll read a motion and somebody can motion it. Finance committee is, Shriver, Church, Daly, and Werner. Audit is Niles, Monteverde, and Shriver. Governance is Duncan, Daly, and Carter. And planning is Duncan, Carter, Church, and Monteverde.
Planning,
Mhm.
how often do we meet?
We're supposed to meet on a regular basis,
Okay,
and it's my fault for not pushing people harder,
okay.
so I have to start pushing people harder.
Who calls the meeting?
The chairman, you are chair of planning committee.
Oh,
Andrew's chair of the audit. Carson is I had a friend whose name was Carson Carpenter.
It's tricky.
it is.
So Carson is chairman of the, and you are chairman of the finance. Okay. Okay, so that's a motion.
So moved.
Okay.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Oh, 3 seconds, no. Pick one. Carson, all in favor, aye, and raise your hand. Aye. Motion is carried. We have our committee set up. Audit update. What does that?
The timing of this is always funny. The audit, will be started as soon as we have, the books closed out from this fiscal year, which they're working on now,
And it's the end of July is the official cutoff.
June 30th.
June 30th, okay. So we'll have to wait on that.
But we are continuing to work with EPFR as the auditor who has been engaged.
And we need to readopt our required policies and proposed amendments. We haven't changed any of the policies. We need to change the policy about membership. Because we can have between 7 and 11. But we need to look hard at those people who must be on the committee, because one must is a committee that doesn't exist. One must is me. One must is the city manager. And is that the three of us?
City council member
And city
and
council
planning
member.
board member appointed by those bodies.
So we're cool, except for the city manager position.
Well, and I think distressed property should just be clarified to something that's, my recommendation is something in the city charter. If you want a city person, it should be something, the planning board is in the city charter, obviously the city council is in the city charter.
And the Office of Planning and Development is in the city charter.
Yes.
So we can't make the amendment because
We'd have to
the city
propose it.
count is just proposing it to the city council.
That's what I mean, that's what we have to work on.
Yeah.
Okay,
But, yeah,
so,
Right, and then the other one we talked about was city manager or their designee.
Right,
Yeah,
just,
like the
just to
deputy
clarify,
city
that's,
manager.
so that's not one of the policies you're readopting right now. You're talking about your bylaws and your enabling
Yes.
legislation that dictates who's on the board of directors.
right.
What you're
That
doing
is in
now
our
are
bylaws.
we're doing now, I believe, your policies like your real property disposition policy, your acquisition policy, your meeting attendance policy, which seems to be disregarded in, quite a bit. Those are the policies, and hopefully you have a list of them somewhere, I hope there, but
yeah, and they're posted on our website. as
Is it
required.
3 consecutive meetings that you miss, or just like council or something?
I think so. No, like an automatic type thing. I would have to go and look.
Yeah, I'm not sure, I don't remember.
the board has the discretion to remove members. You can,
Right,
you can
That
vote
I
people
know.
off the island, so to speak, yeah.
and that's why I just made reference to one of our members who takes the winters, he's in Florida, but then he's missed meetings since he's been back.
Okay.
So it makes it tough. He's a good member, but he's just only here about half the time.
But I don't think we have to change, there is a policy that you can remove people that aren't
Right, that's
attending.
in,
But so this point in the agenda is just, do you want to change any policies that exist or readopt them as is?
I think we should readopt because we're not ready to review.
And I say this every year to everybody, and it doesn't often happen, but the governance committee should be meeting in advance at some point during the year to review the policies with staff and determine, hey, everything's working great, we don't need any changes, or we need to make some changes here or there and recommend them to the board.
I will actually get that done.
Okay, and I will make myself available as much as I can, hopefully not until late August.
I make a motion to adopt the land bank policies as is.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Oh. It's carried by unanimous. Okay, and our next meeting date will be July 2027. I have a motion to close the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the meeting is closed. Now on to our monthly meeting. We also have a quorum. we need to review the minutes of June.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the June 17th, 2026 meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion or questions or comments? Hearing none, take it to a vote. All in favor of accepting the minutes from the June meeting, signify by saying aye and raising your hand.
Aye.
Minutes approved. Okay, our financials. What's the highlights, Jen?
Let's just see, Daniel Weiss joining.
Oh, good. Hi, Daniel. Dan.
The balance sheet balances, this is, reflecting all of, the last fiscal year, because we closed fiscal year June 30th.
Okay,
But this is a draft, I don't think we actually can vote on it because they have to close the books.
sure.
So you can see, the asset and liabilities double what it was last year of all the money that we've invested in the properties. And haven't sold any this year. And then we have profit and loss, go to the end, and the teeny tiny letters.
Yeah, that's tiny, I can't read.
It just goes through what we kind of have taken in from our grant income, which is our primary, the land bank initiative has been like our main source of funding this year. There is the monthly operating expenses that are a little higher than usual, because I think she counted under consulting, it includes a down payment for the properties we're purchasing because it went to the attorney. So I think they counted it as a legal fee, but that'll be changed.
Okay,
But anyway, it's pretty close to what we normally spend, and there's nothing too significant to report.
okay. So we'll hold off approving this until we get nice finished copy. Marty?
Do we want to talk about the
Property acquisition?
yeah,
Okay,
which is this this proposed agreement with the city. We discussed last month about how to I don't know if this has to be talked about in attorney-client privileged meeting or something.
It certainly could be. It certainly could be. It's really up to you whether you'd like to discuss it privately with counsel or whether you're comfortable with discussing it in an open meeting where I guess the city could listen in. It's really a decision for all of you. I assume you've had a chance to look at it already.
I think the city's at the table, so.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
That's true.
the cat's out of the bag.
We wouldn't want the city council.
Right. Yeah, that's one of the problems of having, ex officio members, right? But yeah, whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay, let's talk about it.
So since we last met, John provided this draft. I don't know if you want to discuss it or
For the highlights.
Yeah, I'm happy to discuss the highlights. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Yeah, I drafted it certainly at your request. Both Jennifer and your local council pointed out upon their reading of it that it's a bit one-sided in favor of the land bank. But that's because I wrote it and I represent you, and that's where we start. This is to benefit you primarily so you can do your work. And it's designed to help get properties really from the city, the tax delinquent properties from the city to you at a minimal expense. And so it provides generally that, let me back up. We all know we have to account for surplus in our tax foreclosure proceedings now, in accordance with the law. And if there is surplus, it needs to be paid to its rightful owner, or at least an attempt made to do so. And so the big question on these in the tax foreclosure world now is, do our communities just go ahead and auction these properties off to the highest bidder, let them go into the system, and then that's easy to do, right? It's simple. And then you have cash on the barrelhead at that foreclosure that constitutes the surplus and that you can distribute to the rightful owners. The problem in the land bank world, as we know, is that doesn't always lead to a very good result for the community. And so Article 11, which you operate under, does allow for private sales to the land bank, right? They do not have to go to sale to the general public. And there's another mechanism by which the city can determine if there's surplus without the auction. But when you do that and you sell it privately to the land bank, someone needs to pay that surplus. And that's the big issue, is who's going to pay it and how. And so this agreement says that the city will pay it. And it's, in my view, my understanding is the city does not provide the land bank with any annual line item budget financing. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's been my understanding.
That's correct.
And so I asked that, if I'm talking to the Common Council, I say, well, what'd you bother forming a land bank for if you weren't going to commit resources to support it to do the important work it needs to do on behalf of the city, to repurpose, delinquent properties that are a drag on the community. So it is a way for the city to support the land bank by funding that surplus. And, not all surplus will be claimed. There will be unclaimed surplus that can be returned after a period of time. And so it doesn't necessarily mean the city's out of pocket for all that money. But it might be, for some of it. And the
So is
agreement
that something on an annual basis that we would, what do other people do? Do they take it to the council to say, here's our ask and here's basically your risk, so to speak, with what the city might be on the hook for?
I missed the beginning part of your question, but are you trying to quantify what the surplus is going to look like in advance?
Yeah, what do other land banks do in this position? Do they go to the council every year and say, hey, here's what we're interested in acquiring and here's what your potential outlay could be? Will you back us in this?
So I can't answer it completely because I don't know what every land bank is doing in every community. I can give you a couple of examples. So Syracuse has taken the position, they don't do any dispositions of tax foreclosed properties other than to the land bank. Everything is going to the land bank now in Syracuse. And yes, they did a kind of a back of the napkin equation as to what the potential liability. The land bank went back a few years, went through an analysis, came up with a rough idea of what they would expect the surplus to have been. And so just for informational purposes primarily. And the land bank and the city entered into an agreement whereby the land bank would front the surplus in the first instance, but that on an annual basis, the city would reimburse them. It's just easier for the city to do things on an annual line item basis. And the estimate at the time here in Syracuse, the surplus was only expected to be $300,000 to $400,000, which I realize your community is different, I suspect. So it was an easier problem. And the city did put a limit. If it exceeded 300 or 400, I forget the exact number, the agreement we put a break on it and there'd be no more foreclosures until they figured out some other arrangement. But that's a long way of saying the city of Syracuse is paying the surplus here on behalf of the land bank as a way of supporting the land bank.
And other land banks have said
That's
the
not,
same.
I don't think that's,
No.
you can't compare that. That's a not,
But
It'd
we
be like
have,
two
so,
properties,
that would be one.
yeah, depending on the condition.
that amount, but we have paid the city $384,000.
Right, well, that's my point,
Yeah.
right, yes, this, in 1 year, right, so.
But you said one property could have hundreds of thousands of dollars of surplus?
Yeah, absolutely, most do.
They didn't do it based on surpluses, John. They did it on assessed value. Nothing to do with the surplus.
Yeah, that's how we do it. We don't get appraisals. We do it on assessed.
Right, but
Because the amount owed, like the liens and stuff aren't as that high compared to what the property is worth.
right, but that begs the
An
question.
empty
why are
shell in
those-
Newburgh is worth 100,000 and a typical lien is between 10 and 20, typical foreclosure lien is between 10 and 17, so.
But why are those properties, I can't, I don't understand why, are the owners just AWOL? Why would anybody allow that kind of a foreclosure to take place?
Really hard
It
to
happens,
understand.
it happens.
But then,
I think the value of repairing them, is that right? Yeah, I think the value of repairing them, you would have to find 300,000 to repair it. So walking away
But-
sometimes is better, but I don't understand either.
but you're telling me it's worth significantly more than the lien amount.
That's
Yeah.
also changed a lot in recent years, right? Like it was not worth that
Well,
much.
yeah,
before.
I mean,
It's gone up.
six,
Yeah.
7 years ago, we still had
Yeah.
a lot of properties selling for, less than $100,000.
Yeah, so our
Yeah,
something
market,
measuring.
market has gone up considerably. Shells at $100,000.
But that's
just
it,
ridiculous.
I think, yeah, I started the foray into the weeds, but I don't know that that's, we also have the benefit of almost 2 years has passed, and so there is a surplus fund, because remind me of the time to, yeah,
claim.
it's 3 years to claim your surplus, is that correct?
Only if you're a former homeowner for residential property only, not commercial property.
That does solve for a bunch.
So
'cause we have
is
a-
commercial, I'm sorry, is commercial longer, or there's?
No, much shorter. No, the Article 11 gives,
Okay.
Most
Like
of our
3 months.
stuff, I mean, we have unfortunately a long history of just slumlords buying big portfolios here, and those folks seem to sometimes disappear. And then these properties, foreclose.
But again, we expect, I mean, I haven't gotten an accounting, like, we could certainly request an accounting, but I expect there is hundreds and hundreds, if not over $1 million in surplus funds sitting there that have expired or are about to expire. So the pot is already there.
Really?
I was gonna say, it's remarkable to me that someone would allow, I don't know, $500,000 property be foreclosed for a $10,000 lien. But if they do, but my follow-up point is, if they're willing to allow that, then isn't it highly unlikely they're gonna claim surplus? They're just,
Absolutely, and they haven't, I don't think we have any,
right.
I don't think there's been any, what we get though, and so that'll go into some of this non-public sales under Article 11 section. What we do get are buybacks, because they claim they never got a notice.
Oh, okay.
So the 3 month, well, all of this would have to be, the attorneys will tell you this, but we need a strong delay before the land bank even wants to touch it. Because those 3 month buybacks, half of our foreclosure list is
We've
bought
had a lot
back
of
in the
those.
first 3
Every
months.
single year. Yeah, we'll
And is
foreclose
that-
and then they'll wait
is that-
till the last possible minute.
And that's
then
after
And
redemption,
show up with
so,
all
and
the
they
money.
pay, exactly, they show up with their full back taxes, all of the fees we've imposed, all of the penalties. Why
So
they
you're-
didn't pay that, John? Well, I mean, no one knows,
But you're doing that-
half the properties are redeemed that way.
You're doing that because you're just being nice. You don't have, that's past the redemption
We
period.
don't like doing it, but we have.
You sort of, yes, and we add, again, a lot of fees to it, and in 3 months, there's something, I thought it was in the law that there's something for 3 months, but we give a little bit of a 3 month buyback.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I mean, that's great. I'm not saying, I'm not judging it. I'm just saying it's a bit amorphous. What happens if I show up 3 months in a week and you say no, but you gave it to the,
I think I'm being glib about it's, you need to say, and you have until this
We've
day.
come very close.
But yes, and then
Okay.
after that, it has to go, that is administrative. And then at some point it goes to city council. So there is it must be worked into our policy. There is
Yeah.
something that, let's say, 2 days after foreclosure, you must show up with all of
Okay.
this, all of that, all of that, and all of that, and administratively you can buy back.
That makes
After
me-
the 3 months, you must go to city council with a negotiated amount, which is a high negotiation, not you're
Okay.
not getting discount.
That makes me feel better. It sounds like there's an objective process that you have in place that's probably written down somewhere. Okay.
Uh-oh, Dan
Is it written?
Written policies.
I haven't seen that. I think the other thing that's maybe different here than Syracuse is most of the buildings we would be getting are things that, like, I think from a political and equity perspective, Newburgh wants to sell
Yes.
buildings to residents who
Yes.
could.
Right, we're often taking from the Robin Hood style,
Yeah.
right?
Like, we take on the stuff here that like could not be taken on.
Right.
Oh,
But-
yeah, nobody wants one.
Nobody wants it, nobody can afford it.
Yeah.
Some minor notes, John, I believe that our enforcing officer is actually the collector, not the comptroller. I don't know if you want these now, super minor, but.
Yeah, no, it would be helpful if,
Okay.
well, not now, but if you just, have
Yeah,
Jennifer,
I'll
someone
send-
send me a red line or something of changes you'd like to see, certainly.
Okay,
Yeah, I think Dan made a couple minor things.
Yeah. This is just a starting point. They don't need to be minor, feel free to tear it apart, whatever you think's appropriate.
Oh, I just had some minor tweaks to it.
good. Do you want to address them now, Dan? Or,
Because that's why I asked you all the questions, and then I figure after that I would touch it. And you
Okay.
answered. So
oh,
if anybody else has comments, Jennifer will direct them my way so that I incorporate everything together.
Oh, that's a great idea. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, Dan and I had some offline communication, so.
okay. Anything else about this particular?
No, my expectation is that it will be well received. I think the previous city manager had a scheme in his head that would have worked in year 3. And, he wanted to do this, and then we'll get to this. I think this, again, as we move towards year 3, solidifies it all in a probably clearer process than he was gonna even get to. So I thank you.
The surplus money can't be allocated to anything.
It is
right?
literally in a trust and agency account for that property and is sitting there. The idea was after 3 years, it goes through a general pot that would cover strange transactions the city wanted to make. But it is still, I don't think there's anyone in the comptroller that even knows what it is. So it's sitting there as
So
like
budget season's
1, 2, 3
not gonna-
Branch, absolutely not.
Okay.
It is an account that says 1, 2, 3 Branch Street. It is not in the A fund, it's not, but the budget only budgets the general fund and the 2 enterprise funds. It doesn't touch, all these grant lines and these things.
Okay. Moving right along?
Well, so are we in a place where with minor changes, we could present this to the city? Or do people wanna review?
Yeah, I mean,
more?
I'll give some changes. We don't do auctions, so you should take
Yeah,
it,
that part.
there's that. We use assessments, so the section on appraisals.
Right,
If you are all comfortable, then there's no cost associated with it. We believe that an assessment is fair because we're at 100% assessment. So there's some things that I can
Right.
give you.
I think the auction thing, John, you wanted to leave it in case there was some return to auction, or?
I mean, that was my thought is, for instance, I know you don't do appraisals, but I think the agreement says if they obtain an appraisal, the cost will be added. So, ideally you want to kind of bulletproof this for the future. Maybe you'll do appraisals in the future if your assessments are determined to be inaccurate. So, there's no need to take it out, I guess, if it says if.
Gotcha,
That's fine.
that's good.
You could look at things like that, I suppose.
I mean, and I think the other thing that I am not Jeremy Kaufman, but
Right.
I think he's going to have issue, again, because we do that 90-day post deed thing. I think he's gonna have issues with the timing of sections 1, 2, and 3 under non-public sales.
Yep.
But the general idea is fine. I think
We can come back with.
it's gonna be after 90 days, the landing is presented with the list, and then they have first selection,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
It's,
Not-
so the timing will be slightly different.
Everybody's system's a little bit different. To me, the big, we can tweak it all we like. To me, the $1 million question is who funds surplus? That's the 800-pound gorilla, if you will.
Right.
That's where I would expect pushback. So that's the issue.
Ally, would you be giving Jeremy a heads up that this thing is in the works?
I
Or should
can, if that's
Or should
something
I?
you're interested in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think attorney to attorney is probably better. I'll tell him in general, but I
That's
don't.
fine. That's fine.
Not.
I just want to be on the same page. I just want to be on the same page.
Yeah,
That's fine. Not a problem. We communicate regularly.
Oh, good.
we do too, I just don't speak y'all language.
Right.
Don't rub it in.
No problem.
Okay, is that it for that? Okay. Moving right along. Where were we? Oh, took that. Okay.
Go back to the, the
We-
number
we-
one under.
We got 4B.
Can I ask one last question on that? As soon as the legal side solidified, is the idea that you would come to a work session and present this as a new, like, moving forward, this is how it would be done? And
For this,
Or-
to,
yeah,
probably, yeah,
That's how it is.
we're gonna have to adopt it.
Alrighty, Legacy City,
Not a whole lot to report on that, we just started moving along with, communicating with CPC, and HCR about the underwriting to do the full scale rehab.
okay. Alright. Any updates? on Construction.
No, we're just waiting for the funding to come through for more work.
Oh, boy, okay.
September, or is it just TBD?
Well, so the issue there is that, we wanna use land bank initiative funding to fill the gap, and they haven't released a new application yet,
Do we know when they will?
no.
Surprise.
So it might not be till the first of the year, or,
I'm not sure, it'll be much sooner than that. I mean, they're not gonna, the application for funding will be sooner, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And they just released the application for operating funding for the land bank initiative, so I think they're just working towards that.
Okay, Restore New York,
So since the last meeting, we did go to the CAC, which is for the special use permit they have to review,
it turns out every special use permit was supposed
They
to
were
go to the
surprised.
CAC.
they were surprised to
Yes.
learn that, and
We
this,
were
I
all-
think, was the first meeting where they were doing that.
I never knew that.
We didn't either,
Like,
yeah.
how did you find out?
Someone was reading something else and was like, I don't know.
That is-
So now
And they didn't really
When
know
did
how
that
to
get
like
put in?
do it.
I mean, the
2017?
CAC, I was gonna say, it's not that old.
Yeah,
Because they're
To
normally
be
like
fair, we do
approving.
3 special use permits a year, so it's
Oh,
not,
really?
we don't do many special use permits, so.
I think you would do more. but-
I know. I would. So they were, they just said no comment, they had no comment.
Well, that's
You
it.
probably need time.
Right, I mean, because and also we're presenting this amazing landscape plan and, this great project, but they didn't really have anything to say about it. And as with the previous application at that meeting, they said no, same. But, they were happy to hear about everything that we're doing, and we're looking at permeable pavement on the driveway and all that.
Our CAC is advisory, so the outcome of the meeting it's required to go to the meeting, but it's just advisory, so.
Okay,
Yeah, as long as you present, you've done the job.
so, okay.
Okay.
And then, we're just, and we are gonna, start work at 76 land use stabilization work.
Oh, other news on boards though is that seeker changed. So
Right.
basically everything we do now will be type 2, which is nice. So if you find out from a funder that they want or need seeker, you will probably need to ask for a coordinated review. We'll continue to try to ask, but that should be something for, all, you know, a communication with HCR. Do they want a coordinated review done? Because for many, many projects, they wouldn't need it unless for some reason we're doing it.
Okay, cause I know I did get a letter, cause JK did submit something to HCR for this project and they,
Cause it's starting the next, we're gonna start enforcing it the next
okay.
set.
I mean, we do kind of they do type it.
We
Right.
have to do a secret, like, we do 2 secret reviews, we do a programmatic review, which is basically a
Mhm, yeah,
description of
yeah.
what we plan to do. And then we do an environmental checklist, site specific, and it has multiple criteria from historic resources down to smart growth. And you have to basically provide, fill that in, and provide supporting document for each one of those categories. And then they review it in their ERU unit in HCR, and then you do I'd be like, okay, this email will serve as your approval or whatever. So, but if there's anything we need
Well-
done, then we're happy to, you know.
Yeah, so in the past I guess that's different, maybe land
But
banks
that's
are
only to
different.
spend money, it's really to spend.
Like, we
grant
can't
money.
do anything until they give us that okay.
So for all the Rupco projects, I'll step back for a second and then you'll know where I'm at. For all of the Rupco projects that were land bank properties, right, they were our development partner. They, even though the individual action in the city was either unlisted or a type 2, HCR wanted a coordinated review. And we learned that because the first time we didn't, we were like, this is just this is not even I don't forget what they were. Some of them weren't changed of use, like it was weird. And so we had to create a environmental review for the phase 1. By the time we got to phase 2, we knew, so we just spent the 2 meeting cycle to do a coordinated review. But when we get into the Langer Street ones, we should just confirm what, but
Right,
you
but
said
we've
they already
already
did
given
that one they
notice.
already did, okay.
Yeah, but, I think they forgot that they're already funding this project through the land bank initiative. They were saying if we ever, in future, or they didn't know, because it's a different department, I guess, but they are already funding this project. But they declined to, you know, be the lead agency or
Well,
whatever.
right, they just wanted to know, it was for Rupco, I think they were like closing on funding, and they were like, okay, where's your, but we were never, and we were like, yeah, it was.
Right, so I know they did ask me, like, the planning department, when we submitted everything, asked me, like, who are all the funders involved, so to be able to do that. All right.
Okay. Site plan review, was that what we're talking
Well, that
about?
was, we went to the planning board and then we went to CIC, and now we're gonna wait probably till September to go back to the planning board.
Okay. Okay, purchaser updates, so believe.
We got a few different things going on. So at the last meeting, we discussed both 34 and 38 lander that were sold on the same day to different people in 2022. And the board decided to offer them the option of either just giving us back the buildings, or selling to a third party with our approval, plus any, verifiable improvements, right? So, we made those offers, for 34 lander was through an attorney representing us, Giselle Rosado. I have a copy of the letter that she wrote, and, he responded, and his response, a July 2nd letter, he was basically saying that, he's been doing all this work and he plans on going to the ARC.
In August.
Jennifer, somebody wrote that letter for him, or ChatGPT, one or the other.
ChatGPT, right?
I mean, he's allowed,
Well, there's typos, so maybe not.
I mean,
Because it was
whatever.
full very flowery language.
Oh, I agree.
The last one was too, right?
Yes.
I mean, I know he's gone in the past to be able to help him write things, but I mean, that's not
I've invested substantial personal time, financial resources, and effort, always in threes.
Do you know if he's on the agenda or not?
He's not, I just got told on his.
He wasn't last night.
How many years has
Till
it
next
been,
Friday for
Jennifer?
August.
What?
How many years has it been? Look.
It was, okay, October 2022.
So it's close to 4 years to renovate a, how many family house?
Well, that's the other thing that's a little unclear, because he had applied to, when he applied, he said it was gonna be a 3-family, and then I think the permit was for 1 family.
Okay, so he doesn't know what he
He
wants to
sent
build.
pictures, he has done a lot of work on the inside, and it looks like he just hasn't changed the layout, it's like still the bizarre layout that it originally was. From what I can tell from the photos, I don't, it's not like we didn't get plans or anything.
Do we have any confidence that there is any chance in the next 4 years he could actually do something?
4 years, you're gonna give him 4 more years?
No, I'm just, he hasn't done
I
this.
know,
he
is it
hasn't
really
got-
gonna happen?
He's a builder, he could do it, but
Mhm.
I just don't see
He's
that
a builder?
Yeah.
He is a builder?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Well, it sounds like the builder is leaving his own project for last.
Yeah.
And will never get to it because he's trying to make a living doing other projects.
And
Is that
makes
probably
sense.
an accurate description, Carson?
Yeah, I mean, the other troubling thing is it doesn't make any sense as a single family, like in no world, not even like I just want to live in it as a single family.
Mm-hmm.
And so how he got a permit, I don't totally understand.
Did he?
Yeah, there's a
They
permit.
sent it to, I have a copy.
So if he's a builder, how in the world did he not have any clue what he's doing, and why is he stumbling around for close to 4 years?
Because he's done nothing, basically.
He did have struggle with the architect, and it did seem like he didn't really know how to do that.
Oh, no. Full wiring of 3 apartments is his most recent permit. He has from November has an electrical permit that says 3 apartments.
Oh, but something else at one.
His last letter represented as single family.
Uh-huh.
Oddly enough, in October of 25, he had a plumbing permit for 2 water closets. So he's plumbing 2 bathrooms, but wiring 3.
But the other issue is that last summer, he's not done a good job of securing the building. There was a fire.
Yes, that's right.
And so he's probably had to do some work to fix the roof.
He put,
I think there was an
there was an
emergency.
emergency,
yeah.
I think if he's not on the next GRC agenda.
Well, that's what
it.
I mean, is there a legal reason we can't?
This
So
is not
we-
like a legal letter. that
Okay,
has the
cause
timing.
we gave July 30th. If we wait till our August meeting, we will know whether he applied for the ARC, and then that's, if he didn't even do that.
And we can see what he submitted,
I mean, it'd be nice to see a plan set.
yeah.
He should, we should
Well, he has
know.
to, he was, sorry, cause this is something we definitely, if he made it to the agenda, he would have to have a plan-ish set.
Not always.
Not always. I mean, Jeremy basically told me a few months ago that he wants to give everyone the chance, even if they don't have their paperwork complete, which I think is crazy, but we get incomplete submissions all the time.
Oh, yeah?
What's the point though? I mean, it's like a waste of time.
I think the idea is to give people their time in front of a board.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, especially with the historic district, it's complicated and we don't workshop, so
Oh, maybe we should.
I would love to.
That would cut that out completely.
Yeah, but if he doesn't have a full plumbing and electric plan for this thing and a structural plan, like he has no business doing any of this work.
I don't know what he submitted to planning board.
He did, I don't know.
Nothing?
Did he go to plan?
I can't remember him.
No, he hasn't been on the agenda.
No, it's not, no, it's. there's no-
Maybe not necessary.
Yeah.
I think given the rear of the building is a very weird cinder block addition put up probably 30 years ago, and there's no way it meets life safety like even if you wanted to convert the building for single family use, you couldn't do it. You'd have to make that safe. There's no
So
egress.
So physical exterior modifications would be required.
Yeah.
Which would mean site plan.
No, that's not how that works. Site plan is only triggered by certain changes of use. It does not, you could have a shell of a building that somehow managed to keep its certificate of occupancy and the change, and therefore no change of use, and you would never go to a board. They are absolutely completely different things. Needs building permits and may need to start over and tear down half the building for sure. But there's no level of renovation that triggers site plan approval.
Oh, is it just ARC? I thought
No,
exterior of the building required.
No, ARC in the historic district, but no, not, planning board is only triggered by by some changes of use.
But building department review would say,
Yes,
hey,
right, yes,
you need to
absolutely.
sprinkler this and you
Yeah,
need
right,
means of
exactly, you
egress.
need, right, or you, the whole back of the, as you said, the whole back of the building needs to be
Yeah, he's gonna
completely
have to
re-
sprinkler it,
Okay.
right? 3-family, yeah.
And we can see it from all sides, so it will get ARC review.
It's gonna be a tough ARC.
Oh yeah, John had to drop off.
Oh, sorry, John. He said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Yeah, if
We'll
there's
give
no,
them till the,
if there's no reason that we can't wait, I think we will have a very clear, my thought is probably very, very clear, because he won't make the deadline. Pass forward in August, right? Yeah.
and that's easy to track. Very easy to track.
We have a deed in lieu that we're sitting with in our file.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
We now know went back and, well, Giselle went back and checked out. We gave Giselle everything in this case.
Yes, and she, said that that was one of the, ways to avoid legal proceedings was an approved third-party sale with deed forward closing.
And she ran that by Jeremy, by the way.
She did?
Yeah.
Could Q tell us what, if anything, they've seen?
It says in the letter that she was the one who did the walkthrough, but I don't see that, I don't see an inspection. Well, so that's, hold on.
Because Jeremy said that he can't give them a penny more than they spent. That's
Yeah.
what I got the second hand from her, but I trust the source.
And I would like to see the, bills and the, all that kind of stuff, because we've seen.
Yeah, so didn't he do some things improperly, Jennifer?
Do something what?
Did he do some work improperly in the house?
That's the other building, I
That's a
think.
different one, yeah.
So she did a walkthrough when she did the emergency roof permit, so I can ask her, she may even have, I can't.
I don't think anything had
Pictures
happened
here?
at that point. I mean, I know it hadn't, because I went into the building when it was open to see if anyone was there.
Well, he's working on it, because he got a stop work
He
order
sent me photos.
in March.
But then nothing's really happened now that I've seen.
And this line he has in his response.
Did he?
He put windows in?
At 34?
Oh, at 34 at,
I mean,
That
it's like
requires, yeah.
framing it, and he showed, he sent me pictures, it's like framed up.
Oh, well, that'll help.
That's,
out.
yeah.
But it just looks like the same layout or something, like these weird.
Super long hallway. The rotted out floor. I don't even know how you would start.
I just don't know what's going, and then why did he send me the picture of the back of it, I don't know. Like, what have you done, is this supposed to show?
I didn't know he was a builder. Based on everything I heard,
That's the emergency roof.
I thought he was an amateur. So that's actually more damning, much more damning.
Right, and new windows with stickers.
And there's like the, what do you call it, on the floor, the subfloor.
So if we can hold him to this, I'm working diligently to ensure that the deadline. Take that. that diligently to ensure that the deadline for the ARC is met and, respond.
he's
If it's not met,
He's responsive, he's given us a letter, he set his own date, the date is in 1 month. My thought is at the next meeting, we just take it when he hasn't met the ARC.
Okay.
I mean, we have ones that are not responsive, so like in some ways he's.
They should sign it like.
Exactly, so.
Okay, well, are we good with that?
Yeah, it's anyone.
I mean, we can meet again in August and it's determined.
yes.
So for just moving along some time,
Mhm.
38 Lander, he is happy to
Give it up.
accept our offer. So he
For
responded.
a third party sale though, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
third party
yes.
sale, yes. And then I'm not sure exactly how to proceed at this point, like, and Dan responded on our behalf, right, accepting his offer.
We need a process for how to choose a buyer.
Right. That's what I wasn't sure about.
Yep, we need to make a process.
How is it, even though, like, we're supposed to approve the buyer, but they're kind of supposed to find the buyer, but can we like advertise it for them, or?
We're gonna find the buyer. We can call it whatever we want. The easier way, and he's not gonna object, is that we find the buyer. And forget all the niceties. Here's the buyer. Give us the proof of what you spent. In this case, he was not a builder. He had investors. He lost investors. He's just not able to. And we gave him an out and he grabbed it. Hopefully he stays consistently, but in this case, we know his attorney. She had a conversation with him, and we are optimistic that, presuming we find a buyer and he will have to provide proof of what he did, that we'll be able to hopefully sell the house to this buyer, have enough money to cover him and to cover all of our costs in dealing with this, and maybe a few bucks left over.
What was his original agreement to do in terms of scope?
Scope, I mean, I don't know if that was.
Like 3 units
specified.
affordable?
He was gonna do 3 units.
Mhm.
How far did it get?
He went through all the boards, and then
Yeah.
pulled permits,
He
so.
did work.
I don't know what was done on the building, but this one is done.
I think there's sprinklers.
Yeah, well, there's
I
a
think-
sprinkler permit and sprinkler,
I'm pretty sure they did it.
That's pretty good.
yeah,
They put an addition on the back.
the water service was replaced.
Big ticket items were definitely.
Yeah,
done.
electrical, the three
Siding.
What's
new gang meters.
What's it worth at this point?
Well, the tricky thing about it is he did some things that like, I don't know how you quantify the windows because they're the wrong windows that weren't approved.
So
So there's stuff that like, you're gonna have to.
So would they
be-
have to be replaced?
Oh, yeah.
Or replace,
Or-
what we say is they have to go back to the board for.
Yeah.
But it just sets such a bad precedent to say, okay, you keep them.
Well, right, you're not going to,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying that.
Or that we're gonna pay him for the.
Or that we're gonna pay them for it, which is tricky. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a long list, but I think we'd have to
We should not
quantify that.
have
and
to
say-
pay for the windows.
Right,
They
that's
were-
just not part of it. So I guess one thing is that we have to come up with the cost, right, cause that's.
They
gonna
have
be
to
the
come up
sale.
with
I think
Right,
he needs to
I
come
mean,
up
we
with
have to,
the-
agree on whatever they
Yeah,
present
so maybe
us.
that's the next thing,
Yeah.
because we can't market it if
We don't know
it's
how
somewhere
much.
between 20,000
Right.
and 20 million. I don't know. So, right, if he could quantify to us in a
Mhm.
line item, like detail, the cost that he believes he spent, and then we'll strike things like the window, but if the sprinkler is, and that's a huge
Yeah.
cost that someone else won't have to do.
It's a 4-family, 1-bedroom, 1 bath,
4,
isn't it? Isn't
No.
it?
That's good.
3.
Oh, I thought he got 4 approval.
No,
No,
if-
no.
He got
well, yeah, three
No,
water
it's not
closets,
that
3
big of
gang
a-
Oh,
meters,
it's
so.
tiny.
Yeah.
3 is even.
Yeah.
That's super marketable.
Thank you.
I mean, this is a much better outcome for
Yeah.
everyone.
Plus the building, again, it's seems like he made attempts to do the right thing.
We will, if we get him to a place where we've cut out most of his losses and he walks out relatively clean, and he won't show it, but he'd probably be happy to kiss Jennifer's feet because he
And relieved.
Good.
Yeah,
he could have easily taken a big bath here.
Sure.
And he unlike Ricardo Santos, he is at least willing to admit that.
Okay.
So,
All right, so well, the next step will be to get the costs from him.
and to find next step is really to go figure out finding a buyer.
we can't find a buyer until we know a price though.
We have to find out the price first.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
And then the other thing I'm interested in is if you could go back to the minutes, or I don't know, or if it was in the agreement or not, and figure out if he said they would be affordable or not.
I don't think so,
Okay.
but really in both of these, it was just the time of completion.
Alright.
That was the only stipulation.
Okay. Okay, so 34 and 38 were knocked out.
Yes. So the third one is 146 South, which, basically the father of the purchaser, wanted to settle by, or not, I don't know if settle is the right word, he wanted 2 more years.
Mhm.
And then do, and where they would have to go to the ARC, because this is the building where they didn't do any of that. They put in the wrong windows and did all this other stuff without ever going to the ARC or any board. They had permits,
Well, sort of.
kind of, it was,
Interior demolition, rewire the entire home, but that was in 2022 as, window framing. Then slab pour in the basement, and then a plumbing permit recently. But none of that says that you could do build out. Not, like, it's a weird series of permits.
yeah, it's very odd. And then, so our attorney,
Also, why did they get a title search a year ago? To
A year ago?
refinance, is that, you
Yeah,
get a title search to
probably.
refinance?
Finance.
I don't know who would possibly.
But is that, why would you,
Refinance.
why would you get for financing, yes?
How could you refinance that?
so he said the plaintiff's father is offered a deed in lieu for 2 years so they can comply with the deed. If they don't secure the proper COs and complete the work within that time frame, it will automatically revert to you. In addition, they must pay ongoing taxes.
2 years seems like a long time.
Yes, agreed.
Especially con-
They've done that, I mean,
required.
how is
gone on and
Lutheran,
on.
have they done anything on the Lutheran one? And the one on William, neither either.
Bad track record.
They've also demoed the rear basement wall, caused structural damage to the building. It's not secured. I don't trust that they're.
That's
gonna
how
do
I
this.
know. And it said the other option is a trial to determine whether the plaintiff acted in good faith while trying to secure the COs, but was unable
No, they
to.
didn't go to.
It's likely you would win, but a trial is costly.
If that's
But
what
I
they
don't think
wanna
you'll
try
make
and
it,
do.
I don't think,
Yeah, they're not gonna do
they're
that.
not gonna,
Get to that
I think
point.
they're threatening to, but
Right.
they don't have, I don't know, but, cause they own at least 3, or are there more?
Probably more, 3 of them. Yeah.
3 that the city is involved in,
Right.
and they're all in this,
The
like.
exact same spot.
Yes, exactly. Well, I don't know, William is nowhere, that's still just an empty, 2.5
So we
walls.
should say, no, we would prefer to go to trial.
I think on this one, yes, I mean,
Yeah, and then I
Pause
said,
what?
I don't know, he said, it'd be a way to make sure the taxes are paid, but.
The
We don't
taxes
pay
have to be
taxes,
paid.
yeah.
I mean, it's.
Are they not?
Right, no, but what has happened in the past, like with the previous one that we had, we wound up having to pay back taxes. Cause they weren't paying. But I would just, I don't know, it would have to be in any settlement that we made, right? Would
They have to pay their taxes, yeah, I mean, that's not a bargain.
Yeah, also,
You
if
just
we have to
have
end up having to pay, it's like,
Right, better, yeah.
The building gotta come back. They're not gonna do it.
Jennifer, your reaction to the settlement proposal said everything to me.
My initial reaction,
Oh, yeah,
yeah, I was like, no way, yeah.
right. And that's, then you should follow your gut instinct and,
Sold this in 2020,
Yeah.
March.
2020, yeah.
oh,
Okay.
please.
And they don't have, this is not, like, they have an awful, awful track record.
Yeah,
And just, you know, if you call their bluff, and if this attorney doesn't feel comfortable bringing that action, then
we'll get a different attorney.
let him pass the case on to somebody else to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I keep reiterating, we'll take the, we don't have to go to trial, we'll take the deed.
We don't have the deed in this. They're saying we can add that in if we give them another 2 years. we can
I
do
hear
the
that,
deed.
but I'm saying
They could,
trial will cost them
they could
too.
quit claim.
They,
the
right,
deed.
we will
Yeah.
accept the property back. We
Oh,
do
I
not
see.
have to go to trial. Our
Right.
two options to them are trial
Uh-huh,
or quit
Give
claim
us-
the deed back.
I see, I see what
That's,
you're saying,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. And they may in fact choose the second option, because it's
That would be the
not
much
free to
saner
go to.
course, yeah.
If you call their bluff, the whole story's gonna go differently, I suspect.
I agree.
And it's, I mean, Jennifer, the question of whether I have a chat with William is always another option here. I
We'll
didn't
see.
suggest that. We can decide.
yeah.
Or Giselle, one or the other, or both. Because your first reaction was pretty emphatic.
It is ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, no,
It-
that's
it's
not.
really-
Having been in that basement, I'm curious, like
Yeah,
they were going to,
it's really-
they.
You
cut-
wanted this to go into legacy too.
Yeah, to put, like, it's all the stuff we see in the buildings that we get where they cut, put plumbing through the beams and stuff.
Well, it's totally unsecured, so it's, there's connected buildings, people
Yeah.
living in them, it's a hazard to everyone around, and it's just wrong. They can't keep doing that.
So we have to draft a letter saying we're taking it back?
No, well, we have an attorney representing us, so I'll tell them we're not taking that offer,
Okay, oh, okay.
yeah.
I met him, last year.
I'm sorry, Dan?
I met him last year
Oh, okay.
when I was over at William's office on, what was it, 143?
Okay. All right, so I'll get back to him,
Yeah, we have two, we counter with just give us the deed.
right,
Any update on Nextdoor? It's
Yeah, I've been sitting on, we have offers, I've been sitting on it a little slow to figure out what goes on here, so.
great.
Okay. Property acquisition,
So we do have a closing date for July 27th for 88 Kidney and 236 Powell.
Great. Is that, do you think RFP, did we talk about the marketing of them?
Oh, for those?
Yeah.
I don't think so we haven't discussed what we're doing, the three, you mean?
Yeah, no, right.
I think we should do a big marketing.
Well, we could put them in land bank funds and do some stabilization, right, though, I think those are the,
We can, in this next, we're using a lot of our LBI money, but we could do some stabilization work.
or we could just straight do
So,
all three, is there?
The only-
one package?
The only thing about the three of them long-term is if things change over there,
With the college.
yeah,
Mhm.
then that parcel of land further down Kidney is like the perfect ground up second co-op spot.
Mhm.
And these three could help do that.
Does the Mount own the garden?
Yes, but it's not a parcel, it is part of
Oh,
the
I
bigger
know,
amount.
Yeah. But it
That's
does
the
go all the
issue,
way to
they
the
can't,
street.
right, they can't dispose of it, cause they have to do a complicated subdivision.
But someday.
But great, but great parcel.
Hmm.
well, we can start off with doing a set, evaluations and, if there's abatement or, stabilization.
There's definitely, David got some drone footage probably a year and a half ago now, We had drones flown.
I mean, we've been up on the roof, we
Oh,
patched
you
the
went
roof,
up, okay.
we patched the roof at 90,
Oh,
and I have a video of that from the roof.
Cause it was, right, 90, from David's perspective, 90 was, like, if you don't have the all three, fixing the roof was kind of.
Right, no, we had the roofer patch it, so, you know, before the winter.
Yeah. Did the guy ever contact you to get his stuff?
Nope.
Right, I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
He kept reaching out to my office and we were like,
Did
we don't own
He
it,
take-
call the land bank. And if he doesn't reach out to you.
I think
then-
I might have emailed, I can't remember.
Yeah, right, I think we were
Yeah.
copied on a set
Yeah.
of things, and Jen's like, yeah, have them call us, we'll
Yeah.
arrange a
Your
time to get your
fish
stuff,
tank.
yeah. Well, there's like the
Well, there's like a
TV, the
jukebox.
bar, I think the
There's a-
barber chair too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's garbage.
Yeah,
there.
Like-
This stuff not
It was
that
a
we
bar.
won't have to get rid of. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
right,
fine.
but-
I mean, I don't know.
Auction it off.
So, yeah,
That's great.
So we need to plan that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the
But in the
maybe the
meantime, we'll make sure
maybe
it's safe.
mhm.
All right, property sales, we got the draft RFP for 302. And it's assessed at what? Oh, something nothing, right?
Brandon Street.
Yeah,
Just my suggestion is that we make it clear, which I don't, if it's somewhere and I just didn't see it, that we just write for new construction, that seems obvious to us, but we get more often than not, like, it's not even worth our time to review parking lot,
right, we're not putting.
right, we're not putting a
Brandon
parking
Street.
lot, so just like somewhere where it says.
Like on the top. like,
Yeah, right,
for-
yeah,
Vacant.
for
lot.
new, vacant lots for new construction, like,
Mhm.
we're not.
What's existing there, though? Was there a house
There
there?
was a
Yeah, we
house
took it
not
down.
long ago.
We,
Is there infrastructure?
No.
No, it's all done.
The building looks like it was,
It's like a two-story
yeah,
building.
it's a two-story, like, three-window building. Small pictures in here from 2014. Is this one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pissing around.
Oh,
You were around.
yeah, I
when it
remember
went
that.
down.
Yeah, that's been that way.
I was around, so
did
you
it
were
burn
around.
down?
No, it was
Oh,
on
it had to
that
go.
dirty, remember that dirty dozen list?
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
was on that.
Wow, cool.
It's not dirty guys.
Yeah, we did
It goes
a,
way back, I guess.
yeah, we
Yeah,
went
that's
to a
okay.
land bank, we went to
Oh,
a
much better-
land
much better
bank
picture.
meeting where
Oh, yeah.
like with all the land banks and realized that our demo costs were like 10 times higher than
Yeah,
upstate.
why is that?
And I went back to the city and was like, what's going on? And so the city put out an RFP to prioritize all of the demolitions we had and then to bid it as a package. And that's where we got Gorick, who came and took a bunch down. Gorick took a bunch down for upstate costs because we did them all. We did 12 of the worst buildings at once.
They had some,
And I
That's a
think
good
that was
deal.
on there.
yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Give somebody something.
Right, so it was worth them to come down with
And
their
be
lower rates
mobilized,
because they were
yeah.
demoing 12, not just a one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So is that the only
I mean, we can,
change?
yeah, I mean, and we have it here that it's like, the deadline is like in August, we can also.
I think it's
Like,
just-
Oh,
so
yeah, August is just a hard deadline month.
Yeah, it's summertime, people are here, there, everywhere.
Okay. Change that as well. I mean, it's just our, kind of what we.
Yeah,
Additionally.
yeah, that's my only recommendation, because we get stupid proposals sometimes.
Well, and there's all these people that just think they can like land bank it themselves, like,
Yeah.
oh, let's buy it,
Hold
or
on,
save
flip
it,
it,
it's like,
yeah.
well, no, we'll just
We have
save it.
plenty of that.
Yeah,
So this is a low medium, this is a low.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah.
Low density residential, district. And when I was looking at the code, it seemed like you could do up to 2 and 3 family,
Mhm.
I
it
think,
is
yeah.
permissible,
It
no more,
says
no
it
more
here.
than 3.
Right.
But you need parking
Yeah.
or a variance, so that'll be their hard.
But it is a wide lot, it's like 40 feet wide, so they could.
There are some significantly sized buildings.
And
next
long,
to
it's
it.
like.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah, there are.
40 by 175
Yeah, I
feet.
think when the city owned this lot for a while, and I think we might have even marketed it.
Oh,
But the issue was that at that time, well, it wasn't, we didn't do RFP, we just kind of were like asking around, and people wanted to build something substantial.
Right.
cause it's
And-
big.
Cause it's a, right, 'cause it's a big lot, and.
But if you're gonna make a driveway with parking, you gotta
Mhm.
use some metal land.
Single family with allowances for 2 and 3 family. And other housing types.
Yeah, that's the max of that.
I think, given the location, it will.
Yeah, it's a local.
Okay, so we're gonna make a vote to put this out to RFP?
Yeah, I guess.
Make a motion to release the RFP with a end of September date, is that reasonable?
And it's like, usually it's like ahead of the next meeting, so.
Yeah. And that meeting after that is,
The 16th.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think if we
building
need
next
to
to it
extend
goes
it.
all
Yeah,
the way
fair
down.
enough.
I,
Yeah, it says 40 by 75, so.
Yeah,
it's a big lot.
Or one, sorry, 40
It's
by
pretty,
175.
pretty deep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a motion?
Yeah, oh, do I have a second?
Second.
So Alex.
Carson raised his
motion,
hand first.
Okay, Carson.
Carson seconded.
All in favor, aye,
Aye.
raise your hand. Aye, carried unanimously,
Thank you, guys.
moving right along. 10 Lander Street,
Chambers.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Anything.
that was some more on the agenda. No, we were gonna find out, from Jason, who we were hoping to have here, right? What the holdup is on
What's the date of the next meeting?
August 19th.
August 19th.
That's across the street, right?
Yeah.
Right there. How much of that do we own? That and the.
From the stone wall over,
It's
Sorry, what's the
90 by
original?
100, I think it's.
it's like 90 by 95 or something.
Yeah, it's-
Oh, the
What's the
meeting
date
date
one
is
more time?
The
19.
19th.
19th, I was like, it's not the 16th, because that's not a Wednesday. Slash 151, is that the Liberty Street address?
Yes. I looked it up like 20 times.
151.
Okay. So are there 2 parcels that have the same issue? Trying to think.
There are 2 parcels, this lot is 2 parcels.
But I thought there was another one that was also held up by brownfield sign off.
A little bit,
Of someone
but
else's.
the gas station, Dennis's Sunoco, but that's not, they've done work, it's a different issue.
Yeah, it was something else in the neighborhood that, I'll think of it.
And have we heard anything on Washington, 104 Washington? No.
They're just waiting, I think,
Oh, no, sorry, no, not related, sorry, that was me.
Okay,
I mean, I guess they have to, change their design somewhat because of the basement water issues.
I haven't heard.
But they also are waiting on funding to come back in 2027.
There's another one.
How is there more funding though? We gave them, they said if we gave them the extra, am I
Yeah.
misremembering this? If we gave them the extra 100,000,
So-
they could do it?
Well, so the small
Okay.
building PLP,
Oh, right, they're in that, they didn't start soon enough, so there's no.
yeah, so the pipe, they ran out of money and then, so now, and we're in the same boat for our Lander Campbell project that we have to wait until next budget season. for the money to be replenished.
So is that why there isn't any work going on? I noticed that when I drove by, there's nobody there.
That's
No,
one forty-three.
Oh, 143,
Oh, we're
they
talking
have
about
the
works.
meeting.
Yeah.
Philippe.
You said
Oh, you're talking
104.
about Philippe.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Philippe, I'm
Because
sorry,
someone said
okay,
104 Washington.
okay, oh,
Yeah,
one
me.
oh four, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's still waiting. 143, we
Wait,
were just saying.
Wait, no, because Momentum Fund, he has to close this fall, okay.
Yeah, he does, right?
I don't know how,
But
yeah,
Oh,
He has to
that he didn't
come-
tell me when
but
I asked
he has
about
to
it.
come to the council for a tax pilot.
No, or he can,
Oh, he had
yes,
talked about that we
yes,
could help
or
with
his
that.
other option is, oh, yes, he has to go to council with,
Right, because
right,
of
and-
Scoopus's stupid bill.
which he said, I had a
Ridiculous.
conversation with him, I'm feeling like insane like deja vu.
When I asked for the update, what they said was that, you know, because they had to design it because of the water table or something, they couldn't put the commercial in the basement, so they're changing things up. And then also, in addition, the small building PLP program.
So he's gonna lose his moment, he's just gonna,
He
forfeit
didn't
his
say anything
momentum
about
fund.
that. Yeah, I didn't know if they can't get an extension.
And we've had a history with Philippe.
Yeah,
although he finished 96 when we put a gun to his head, so that's why
Wow.
I'm asking all these, like,
Who's got the ammunition?
I did report him on ClickFix because the property was looking pretty.
I told
oh,
him
okay,
that we
damn it,
worked
cause
out
I
the
saw
deal.
a cleanup and I was like, oh, he's starting something, oh,
Yeah.
And I
and
told him
Yeah.
that the board was upset about, that they needed.
And I
to-
drove by and I
Okay.
reported it.
But he's
so.
another one, that's been years that he's on that, what we have transferred, or what do I?
Yeah, because it keeps on being like, well, they got this funding, they got that, they were moving
he
ahead.
just, yeah,
the momentum funding though is such a big chunk, like that.
Right.
It is.
That you'd walk away from that is crazy.
Yeah.
I think they have significant water issues at 143 too, but looks like they figured out.
There was a creek underneath all
a
that.
way around.
There's one?
There was a creek underneath all
Mhm.
that, so
Oh,
I'm
there's
not
creeks
surprised.
all over.
Yeah, you're right, and it goes down, there's one that goes down Ann Street as well.
Yeah.
I had a lot of water when I worked
Yeah.
at St. Harper's in the basement.
Mm.
Okay, I don't know what to do, but I'm tired of waiting on him, and he knows what he's supposed to be doing.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
do we set some
yeah.
sort of deadline to say, at
Send
the end of the
them.
year, if this hasn't started?
Take it back.
Another thing to do with all of these, and I can do it, cause I think, but, or maybe Jen, so when is the date, not next year, but when is the date that PLP will open again?
Well, I mean, it's the budget, the state budget, they have to reallocate funding.
Oh, so
State
it wasn't
budget.
reallocated in the last.
No, they got
budget.
it, it's just that the pipeline was already filled.
I'm not understanding.
So the money for,
So it
like,
was the budget that
someone
passed 3 months ago,
had money, I
but
believe,
that is
but that's already
already,
allocated to other projects.
so it would be a year
Because
from
they have to get in
today.
line.
It would be a
Yeah.
year from today was the
Correct.
soonest
To fund.
to fund. So but in this instance, we definitely need clarification from Philippe. I think we need to know his sources of funding and the deadlines and the expected date when he will receive that funding. And the deadlines to, what is the next sentence of it? The
Shovels in
deadlines
the
that any of
ground,
those,
honestly.
that those
Like
funding
funding.
has.
Yeah, like momentum
Yeah.
has to be by the end of
I
this
think
year. or you lose it.
momentum is October, isn't it?
Yeah, and if he loses momentum, he's unable,
it.
as far as we are concerned, the information we have in front of us.
Yeah.
He's not able to finish the project then, because everything we've been told is it's a balance of PLP and momentum.
So we would know by November whether this is a go.
From the information
viable-
that I've ever been provided,
Mhm.
yes. So,
So deadlines to apply for funding for the funding.
the first thing is a breakdown of his funding sources,
Gotcha.
a percentage breakdown, maybe that's the
Okay.
percentage breakdown of his
Sources and
funding
uses.
sources. And then the deadlines he believes he will receive them,
Okay.
and if he has already received, the deadlines that funding expires.
Okay. Gotcha.
And if you can call me if that doesn't make
No,
sense,
that's
I'll
good.
read it.
No, that's good. Yep, I got it. The breakdown of what he already has for sources and uses. the deadlines, that he's going to receive funding and, and for funding that he's already received, when do those deadlines expire?
Well, and pretty explicitly, like.
Yeah, I mean, I think we know, but I want him to write it down.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go.
And maybe we're wrong, maybe he's already assumed that momentum's gone and he has some other magical source, great. But right now, knowing what I thought were his sources of funding, he is unable to do this project.
Does it matter about the tax pilot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's, yeah, right, because I was told they need to come in, they all need to come in September because their momentum fund is
Yeah,
expiring.
it's
Only
expiring.
one of the three, though, has taken the step to at least even submit
Right,
anything, so,
Andrew's
right.
project, Seasha, I think we're still waiting on.
Seisha, I did offer, as I said, to reach out to the land bank, to be an HFDC. I said, he was questioning, they were shown other organizations that could do the same thing, who would also, I don't know if you've talked to Seisha, but he hates the managing of the financial managing of the units, of the affordable units at the Wireworks. It's like, he talks about this all the time, it drives me nuts. So some of the other HFDCs give services too. So they would do, as Safe Harbors does, they would do the what do you call it, the placement of the people, right? Exactly.
Income eligibility.
But they're costing a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I said, a complete converse is that the land bank will give you zero services but an empty body. Probably for a lot less, but you won't get anything out, you'll have to manage it all. And he was like, oh, that's good, like, it's potentially good, it's nice to have a different option.
Right.
He was like, would you manage that? I was like,
Nope.
nothing,
No.
we've tried nothing other than.
No.
You should approach Safe Harbors.
He said he talked to Lisa and she sent him to someone else, so he
Okay.
must have
She might not be
yeah.
interested, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have somebody that handles that part of it.
Yeah, exactly,
Oh, yeah.
but I think they're asking a lot,
Yeah,
which, as they should.
yeah, it's hard work, some of it is, take time.
Any other, issues anybody wants to bring up? If not, I'll accept a motion to close the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We're closed. All in favor?